members. It's the appointed time. We have a quorum. I will be presiding over the meeting for the first part for the election of chairman. I call to order the meeting of the panel, and we will now proceed to the election of the office of chairman. The clerk to the panel issued a notice to inform members that only one valid nomination for the office of chairman had been received. The nominee is Mr. Tommy Zhang. The nomination was made by Mr. Stephen Ho and seconded by Mr. Xiu Kafei. Because Mr. Tommy Zhang is not a chairman or a deputy chairman of another panel or any relevant government advisory bodies, in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, I declare Mr. Tommy Zhang elected as the chairman of the panel. Congratulations, Mr. Tommy Zhang. We will now proceed to the election of the deputy chairman. Oh, should we switch now? I apologize. All right. We now proceed to the election of the deputy chairman of the panel. For the election of the deputy chairman, the clerk to the panel issued a notice to inform members that only one valid nomination for the office of deputy chairman had been received, and the nominee is Mr. Stephen Ho. The nomination was made by Ms. Chen Hoi-Yan and seconded by Ms. Judy Chen. Because Mr. Stephen Ho is not a chairman or a deputy chairman of another panel or any relevant government advisory bodies, in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, I declare Mr. Stephen Ho elected as the deputy chairman of the panel. Congratulations. The second agenda item is schedule of meetings for the 2025 session. I propose that we should follow the arrangements of the last session. So for every second Tuesdays of each month at 2:30 p.m. we will hold our regular meetings. If members have no objections, please refer to the proposed schedule of meetings table before you. However, it's 8th of April has been reserved for the Special Finance Committee sessions. I ask members to consider for the regular meeting in April. The meeting should be rescheduled to 2:30 p.m. on 24th of April, a Thursday. I thought we should have a meeting earlier, but there are no available rooms, unfortunately, so we would have the regular meetings in April and May closer together. Do members have any objections? Would there be a council meeting on that day? No. Actually, would prefer the 23rd April, but then it is closer to the Easter holiday and you may not be back in Hong Kong just yet. And the Secretariat actually thought long and hard about this before setting the date on 24th of April. Moving on to the next agenda item, items for discussion at the next meeting. So for the list of outstanding items for discussion and list of follow-up actions, they have been sent to members for reference. And for the regular meeting in February, the administration proposes to discuss two items. One, branding and promotion of local agricultural and fisheries products. The second item is promotion of green burial. So items 1 and 2 on the list of outstanding items for discussion. Do members have any comments on this? If not, let's move to the next. Excuse me. Yes, the speaker's microphone is not on. Mr. Yang, you would like to say something Well, I'm not sure when we should talk about what to discuss for this session. Apart from the two items set to be discussed at the next meeting, I actually want to talk about at some point, because we now have more hygiene black spots. We now have 378. Should we have a discussion item to discuss the progress of getting rid of the black spots? We did have a report last year, but then I think we should have another discussion on the latest progress. Now, also for the hawker control teams, we observed a problem before where many of the officers did not wear on-body cameras, and should we talk about this at some point as well? Also, on rodent infestation, we still observe rodent infestation in certain places. We do see progress, but then we need to continue to move forward with this. That's it from me. Well, actually, I was about to say the Deputy Chairman and I will meet with the Secretary for Environment and Ecology to discuss the work plan of the panel. Yes, Deputy Chairman. I want to say this. We should discuss some items that may already be in the list of outstanding items for discussion. We have recently seen in cat or dog food there was H5N1 virus in them. Should we discuss them at some point? And we can perhaps also discuss some pet-related policies. And on the point made by Mr. Yang, in the operation of markets, we do see operators facing some difficulties. It may be due to the economic situation, but it's also the fact that the governance framework has not been updated. I think with the officials' mindset not changing, we are not taking the right direction in development of markets. So can we discuss market-related policies such as facilities? Some of the markets don't even have loading or unloading bays. There is really a need for a reform in the mindset of officials in order to take this forward. Thank you. Mr. Tony Tse. We discuss for what we are to discuss this year. As Mr. Yang mentioned, we should probably discuss the problem of black spots, hygiene black spots. I urge the government to really do something about beautification of the urban landscape. What have they been doing, and what are their plans? Because if we beautify our landscape, it would definitely help attract visitors. But of course, food and environmental hygiene is also important. That would also help enhance the appeal of Hong Kong. I hope that the government can really tell us about their plans for our better understanding. Yes, Mr. Vincent Ching. I want to talk about feral pigeons and street obstruction. We still have some of such problems observed after the passage of the relevant laws. And I also want to talk about for markets. We really need to develop markets, and that will also enhance appeal of Hong Kong for visitors. Yes, Mr. Lemon Kong. I would like to propose two items for discussion. In the list of outstanding items for discussion, we have an item for stray dogs and cats. And with the trap neuter return program, we have seen probably insufficient manpower. So perhaps we should discuss the progress of the program at some point. And as another member said, for bazaar operators or for the fixed store licenses, it would often take a long time to process the applications. Should we talk about the license conditions and the different types of license? I hope that we can discuss the relevant policies. Thank you. Mr. Yim Kong. We are closely related to the mainland in the sense that we import a lot of food from the mainland. So I want to talk about at some point collaboration between the mainland and Hong Kong to promote or facilitate food clearance. And that we can only do testing for one particular cargo, and then that would be it. And do you want to discuss hairy crabs as well? Of course, if we can. Thank you. If members have no other comments, we will propose these items to the Secretary during our meeting with the Secretary. If members have nothing else to say, we'll move on to any other business. No other business. Meeting adjourned.